April and Jackson are one of the biggest pairings on Grey's Anatomy. Jackson Avery, Jesse Williams, and April Kepner, Sarah Drew, had a relationship timeline that was just as tumultuous and heartbreaking as Meredith Grey and Derek Shepherd's. Introduced in Season 6, Jackson and April's relationship had a fantastic build-up after years of friendship. Although they weren't always at the forefront of the drama and episodes, the couple did create many show-stopping moments, ranging from Jackson's wedding objection and their impulsive elopement. Despite Jackson and April's deep love, the couple initially struggled to find common ground because of their different faiths and beliefs. Jackson and April also struggled with timing, acknowledging one another's feelings just as they were dating someone else. However, after many seasons and several periods of self-reflection, April and Jackson realized that they were meant to be together. Jackson and April arrive at Seattle Grace Mercy West and become close friends. Season 6, Episode 5, Episode 24. After it was announced that Seattle Grace would be merging with Mercy West, April and Jackson made their debuts in Season 6, Episode 5, Invasion, as two new residents. Although they began simply as work colleagues, Jackson and April began interacting more as they struggled to fit in with the Seattle Grace residents. Episode 6, I Saw What I Saw. While Season 6 didn't have many standout episodes for Japril, the writers did do a great job in setting up the foundation of their relationship, providing glimpses of their playful dynamics when Jackson often teased April about her crush on Derek. Episode 20, Hook, Line and Sinner. However, their relationship changed forever when the hospital was involved in a mass shooting, resulting in their friends, Charles and Reed's, sad deaths. Episode 23/24, Sanctuary, a death and all his friends. Jackson and April become roommates and their friendship continues to grow. Season 7, Episode 1, Season 8, Episode 20. While Jackson and April were introduced in Grey's Anatomy Season 6, they weren't on the road to becoming a couple straight away. It wasn't until they became roommates that the romantic undertones started to emerge. By the Season 7 premiere, Jackson and April had grown closer and were shown to be living at Meredith's house. With You I'm Born Again, they also became close confidants, each helping one another with their placement interviews. Season 7, Episode 20, The Girl with No Name. Although they weren't in the middle of the drama, the subplots exploring Jackson and April's friendship were quite enjoyable as they provided plenty of sweet and funny moments, highlighting Drew and William's amazing chemistry. Jackson and April's relationship takes a romantic turn, leading to them starting a casual relationship, which quickly backfires. Season 8, Episode 21, Season 9, Episode 7. It was in Grey's Anatomy Season 8 that the first concrete signs of Jackson and April's feelings for one another started to show. Season 8, Episode 21, Moment of Truth, marked the beginning of Jackson and April's romance as the two slept together while taking their medical boards. Although April initially panicked because this was her first time, she and Jackson soon began a casual relationship. Season 9, Episode 3, Love the One You're With. Unfortunately, this didn't last very long as the couple had a pregnancy scare and Jackson realized that they envisioned different things for their future. Episode 7, I Was Made for Loving You. Although there had since been complaints as to how the Grey's Anatomy writers mishandled April's virginity storyline, the prospect of Jackson and April becoming a couple was quite intriguing and helped make the series feel fresh and unique again. Jackson and April struggle to repair their friendship and continue fighting their feelings for one another. Season 9, Episode 8, Season 10, Episode 11. The will they won't they trope is a staple of many TV shows. After Jackson ended their relationship, Jackson and April struggled to become friends again, since it was clear they had feelings for one another. Episode 8, Love Turns You Down. Later, they tried again after Jackson started a romance with Stephanie. Episode 10, Things We Said Today. At the same time, April became engaged to paramedic Matthew Taylor. Episode 23's Readiness. The writers did hint that their romance was far from over as April almost called off her wedding after Jackson's near-death experience. Season 10, Episode 1, Seal Our Fate. Jackson also seemed to be having second thoughts about their romance as he told Matthew he might not come to the wedding. Episode 11, XX. This will they won't they format became a new captivating hook as viewers waited to see whether Jackson and April would end up changing their minds. Jackson interrupts April's wedding and they get married. Season 10, Episode 12, Episode 13. While April and Jackson's relationship arc had seemed somewhat predictable over prior seasons, Grey's Anatomy Season 10 flipped their narrative on its head with a shocking twist, though, as many fans were delighted to see, it wasn't the tragic variety of surprise development that often happens in the show. Season 10's Get Up, Stand Up is one of Jackson and April's best Grey's Anatomy episodes as it saw the couple make a life-changing decision. Just as April was about to marry Matthew, Jackson confessed his love for her and asked for another chance. Viewers waited months to see the outcome of this unforgettable cliffhanger. When the show returned in February, the writers didn't disappoint. Take It Back, episode 13, revealed that April and Jackson left the church together and got married in secret. Considering that the episode also revealed Grace Sloan Memorial had just implemented a non-fraternizing policy, the writers hinted that this wouldn't remain a secret for long. Jackson and April adjust to married life and discover they are expecting a baby. Season 10, episode 14, episode 21. Season 10 saw plenty of character growth for April and Jackson, and was one of their most eventful in the entirety of their time on Grey's Anatomy. After Jackson and April announced to their friends that they got married in Season 10, Episode 14, You've Got to Hide Your Love Away, the couple try to adjust to married life. While the two were blissfully happy getting to know one another, the couple faced their first major obstacle in Episode 16, We Gotta Get Out of This Place, as they struggled to agree on how they would raise their children. Given that they did rush into the marriage, it wasn't completely surprising that the two had this argument. However, the Grey's Anatomy writers had a different plan in mind as April revealed that she was pregnant with Samuel in episode 21's Change of Heart. Since they were St.